So thanks everyone for joining in for today's session. Um, uh, I I have only the generic instructions before we start today's yoga, and most of you already know. But as a protocol, I'll just go ahead and repeat them. So that is, if you have any physical or medical limitations, just stop the practice. And obviously, I encourage you to connect with your doctor. Again, listen to your body. So every body is different. We have our own body limits, so we have to listen how far we can go into a pose, how far we can stay into a pose, right? And again, this is not prenatal. This is not for women running under menstrual cycles. So again, generic for everyone. Okay. And with that, let's go ahead and get started. So we are going to do a little bit, as you already know, right? I mean, we generally do a little bit of loosening before going through the Omkara and prayer. So for today, we are going to switch our legs. So right leg is the knee is still bent, both the knees are bent. So left knee is bent, facing outward, sole of the left foot or is resting onto the thigh, right thigh, and right knee is coming outward, right? Interlacing our fingers in the back. Inhalation, we are going to arch back. Exhalation, we are facing toward the left knee and raising the knuckles up towards the ceiling. This is exhalation. Inhalation, we are coming up. And exhalation on to the other side. And just notice, I mean, obviously, it's a different position, so you won't be able to go that far. Inhalation, come back up. The same thing, few more times. Inhalation, as you exhale, come down. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, the other side. Inhale, up. One more, last time. Exhale, coming from chest, we are coming forward and then down. And again, knuckles, allow them to reach all the way up as much as possible. Stay there. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, onto the right side. Very nice. Come back up. Now switching the leg and doing the same thing. So the right sole of the feet is rested onto the left thigh. Left leg is going in the back. And let's face this time the right knee and come down. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Exhale, right side down and knuckles up. Inhale, up. Exhale, left side down and knuckles right. And last time we'll do on to the right side and left side. Again, make an effort to bring your knuckles all the way up. Feel the stimulation. We already started, right? Inhale, come back up. Exhale, other way down. Inhale, up and then release. You'll notice that already shoulder stimulation started. So with that, we are going to keep the left hand onto the right hand onto the left knee, left hand rested onto the back, straight up, lifting our spine and then gentle twist, gaze all the way back. So earlier we worked onto the shoulders, now we are working on the spine. It is just allowing us to sit comfortably and then onto the other side. Stay there, allow the body to further twist. Right shoulder further going to the back, left shoulder coming to the front, and unwind. Very nice. Now, if you need any cushion below your seat, you can take that. So you are a little bit higher. Again, this is an option. Sit comfortably, adopt Chin Mudra, tip of the thumb touching the tip of the index finger. crown of the head is reaching all the way towards the ceiling or the sky if you are practicing outside. Closing your eyes and allowing your body to settle in. We already stimulated the body to some extent. Now, let's settle in for today's yoga practice on our mat, bringing our attention inward. Let's begin today's session with one single sound of Om, followed by opening prayer. Receive a deep full breath in. Keenly observing the vibrations of Omkara, which travel from down at the spine all the way up till the crown of the head and beyond. Hence, we'll come into the heart center in prayer position. Together, we'll chant. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karvavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Release the palms and very gently open your eyes. So, in today's practice, what we are going to do is, when I was studying for 500 hours of yoga course, my yoga teacher, Mr. Eric Waller-Bernstein, he told that in Buddhist teaching, it is advised to get settled first. So what does that mean? It means is whatever we do, any practice, not only yoga, related to anything in the life, you have to get settled. And it happens not only for the entire event, but it is needed for every moment. So moment by moment by moment by moment, am I settled? If I'm not settled, I don't know if the next moment is going to work out appropriately for me, because then if I'm not settled, it is either the anxiety or something else, other emotion, which is taking over me, right? So when we are practicing yoga, different yoga asana poses today, my invitation to you is noticing and practicing both, settling. So once you are into any pose, notice, am I settled here? Or is it like I'm rushing towards the end, or like, final pose? Am I finding the pose too easy and I'm not settled? Or am I finding the pose too hard and again I'm not settled, right? So the practice is the entire next 45 minutes to 1 hour, the practice is, okay, can I settle? Every moment, can I settle in this pose? Wherever I am, however my body allows me to do, am I settled in? So with that, and again, try to keep your eyes soft instead of coming out, right? Then we are outside and the thoughts are also outside. We are bringing them in, softer eyes, inside, settling in. With that, let's go ahead and practice this class. So I invite you to come to standing. Let me adjust. So we'll do a little bit of loosening in here. First, let's talk about the wrist. So tight fist, spread them wide, twist, wide, make a fist, tight fist, wide, fist, wide, up and down, good, and then rotation. Especially today's session would be needing a little bit wrist loosening and other side, together onto the other side. Good. And then on the shoulders, fingers are rested. Inhale from front, we are going, elbows are going up, back and down. Few more rounds from front, elbows are going up, back and down. Very nice. Inhale up, exhale back and down, and reverse from inhalation back, front and down. Inhale from back, up, down, and one more time. Inhalation up and front and down. Good. We are coming on to our toes. Okay. Interlacing the fingers, we are standing on our toes and twisting the body sideways. So right knee is lifted and we are twisting towards the right side. Left knee is lifted and we are twisting onto the left side, and continue to do that. Exhale, 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 exhale. Excuse me. Continue. And notice the challenge it is throwing on us, right? And we are practicing the settling in. Relax, separating the leg, and then closing your eyes. Shoulders will go from front all the way up, back and down, palm facing forward. Just allow the body to settle for a few breaths. Open your eyes. Feet are inner hip distance apart, so which is almost a fist width. Arms will come into the front. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. However much you can do. You can go down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Release. And then separating the legs wide. 1 to 1.5 meters or 3 feet, 3.5 feet. Wherever your hands take you down, right? And then we are the palms together, right? And we are bending our left knee, coming to the left. Inhale, come back up, bending the right knee, coming to the right. Inhale up, exhale left, inhale up, exhale right. Am I settled in? Is this position giving me any uncomfort? Is it easy? Do I want to change anything? All these things might come up, and that's what we are practicing. Can I do this practice with ease? However much I can do today, Inhale up, exhale down, inhale up and release. Good. So we are into the standing position with fist width distance our feet. And once we feel settled in a just in standing position, that's when we are going to bring our palms supporting the back, fingers down. Inhalation, lengthening the spine. The crown of the head is reaching all the way up to the ceiling, as much as you can lengthen. And as you exhale, the pelvic region is coming forward. Elbows will come close to each other. Now chest is lifted towards the ceiling, gaze towards the ceiling. So pelvic region is forward. We are not dumping our chest down. We are lifting the chest up towards the ceiling. And gaze towards the ceiling, soft gaze. Continue to bring your elbows as close to each other as possible. If you feel dizzy, then very gently you need to come out. If not, then stay there for one more deep inhalation. And settle into this pose. Inhale, come back up. Very nice. Coming to the center this time, the legs are close to each other. So feet are close. Right hand will go all the way up. Reaching, lengthening the right hand. And this time we are bending towards the left side. Left hand, left leg is going to shift towards the right. So right hand reaching up and sideways, and left leg is shifted towards the right side. And notice the beautiful arch onto the right side. Good, stay there. Again, here the right hand is active. It is continuing to reach diagonally into 45 degrees outward. You're facing front, or if you want, you can face up towards the ceiling. Inhale, come back up. Exhale down. Same thing on to the other side. So left hand will go all the way up and lengthen. Reach towards the ceiling. Good. And then bending towards the right side. Notice, are we hurrying? Are we trying to reach to the final position quickly? The right leg will go onto the other side, into the front. Good. Again, very beautiful arch onto the entire left side, and reaching, continue to lengthen to the left side. Gaze can be into the front or towards the ceiling. There is a little bit of balancing required. And if you cannot do crossing the leg, that's perfectly fine too. While we are crossing the leg, we are not bending the knee. The legs are straight. Good. Inhale, stay. Exhale, come back to center, lengthening, and then bringing it down. Notice the arms are active now with Ardha Chakrasana. Good. Now I'll show you one sequence, very easy. Just follow that sequence. So just observe once. So we are going to take arms from side all the way up, and then swan dive. Swan dive, coming down. Inhalation, halfway through, hands onto the shin, straight spine, outward, gaze towards the front. Exhale down, head will hang heavy. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Palms together. Exhale, hand to the heart center. Okay, so now together you can join. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, swan dive. Good. All the way down. Head is hanging heavy. Good. Completely relaxed. Inhale, hands onto the shin, straight spine. Exhale, down. Inhale, reverse swan. Exhale, hand to the heart center. Good. Let's do few rounds and I'll shoot sideways. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, swan dive. Inhale, straight spine. Exhale, down. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, hand to the heart. Let's do a couple of more rounds. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, swan dive. Here the knees can be soft. Inhale, straight spine. Palms onto the chin. Exhale, down. Inhale, reverse swan. Exhale, head to the heart. Now, the next round, we are going to stay in pretty much each pose. Inhale, up and back. Stay there for an entire one deep inhalation and exhalation. Good. Exhale, swan dive. Here also, we are going to stay for maybe a couple of breaths, allowing the body to sink into this pose. Again, we are practicing the settling in. For each pose, we are settling in. Notice the stimulation which already started into the calf muscles or into the thigh muscles. However, your body allows to come down, that's perfectly fine. Knees are not locked. Soft knees. And then hands will come onto the shin, straight spine, gaze to the front. When you are here, just allow the chest to come down. And it is the entire spine which is coming down. Notice gravity is going to help in here to bring the upper body down as much as possible. So we are not compromising on the spine. Spine remains straight. It's just very gently, few millimeters or centimeters, just it's coming down. Good. Release. Again, Uttanasana. Good. Staying there, settling in. Inhale, reverse swan. Good. And arching back, staying there, palms together, pelvic region forward, chest up. Stay there. Good. Inhale, and as you exhale, hands to the heart center. Very good. Again, if you need to grab some water, please feel free to do so. And if you have blocks, I invite you to grab the block, one block at least, and let's you handy. Okay, so we are stepping to the top of the mat. The block is onto the right side of just next to our right foot. Inhale, and as we exhale, taking a giant step with our left leg. Hands are staying onto the hip, and we are opening the back foot at least 45 degrees outward. Front foot is straight, pointing to the front. Chest opens up, towards the front. Arms, we are opening up to the shoulder height. Again, before reaching to the next step, ask yourself, am I settled in here? Does everything look okay? Am I anxious to go to the next step? Can I be here? Good. Once everything is done, you feel settled in here, hinge from the hip. And we are reaching towards the front wall. Reaching without bending the legs. So both the legs are straight. We are continuing to reach to the front wall. Reach. And once you know that we cannot reach any further, then the right hand will come down onto the block or onto the shin if you do not have a block. Or if your hand will come all the way onto the mat, that's perfectly fine. Left hand will go all the way up to the ceiling and gaze towards the ceiling. Good. Now here, there is a little bit of balancing, stimulation, all that is going on right now. Again, can we refine the pose further? Am I bending? So is the entire body is in one single plane? Because if we are hinging, hips are protruded into the back, all that needs to be avoided. The entire body is in one single plane. Gaze is continuously towards the ceiling. Soft gaze and just settling in. Good. Stay there for one more breath. And one more exhale. Good. Inhale, reaching towards the ceiling and coming back up. Very nice. Hands will come to the hip, facing front. And then we are stepping to the top. This time we will do onto the other side. So the block is next to the left foot. Standing tall, elbows close to each other. Hands are rested onto the hip. Crown of the head reaching towards the ceiling. Inhale, and as you exhale, taking a giant step with your right foot. The back foot is 45 degrees outward. Opening the torso towards the front, extending arms to shoulder height, and ask yourself, am I resting to the final step? Can I stay there? Very easy. Calm down. Allow you to settle in this. It's an intermediate step, right? Sometimes easy also brings anxiety in us. We want stimulation, rushing for stimulation. And then gaze to the front, reaching towards the front wall. Reach, 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 reach. Continue to reach. Make an effort, additional effort. Good. And then left hand will come onto the block, right hand all the way towards the ceiling and gaze towards the ceiling. So here, initially we practice that if it is easy, can I settle into the intermediate easy steps? And now staying into the final pose and refining the pose. So the entire body is in one plane. Palms, the right hand is continuing to reach up towards the ceiling. Lot of stimulation happening into the body. Balancing, simple triangle pose. And now we are practicing, can I settle in when things are challenging? When the body is getting a lot of stimulation, can I settle in? Can I settle in for a few more breaths? Both legs are strong. Staying there. Settling in. Very nice. Inhale, reach towards the ceiling and then come back to standing. Hands will come to the hip and step to the top of the mat. You can release any tension in your leg region. Good. Now we can, okay, for now we'll just keep it one block. So once again, we are going to come to the top of the mat. Block is rested onto the right side. Hands will again come back onto the hip and elbows going back, coming close to each other. Crown of the head is lifted up. Somewhat similar steps, but let's follow. And then inhale as you exhale, taking a giant step with your left leg. This time we are bringing the right knee on top of the ankle, and we are increasing the stride in such a way that our thigh can come parallel to the mat. Good. Hands will come at shoulder height. Front knee is bent. And then slowly we are going to bend the elbow and let the forearm rest onto the thigh. Left hand reaching and in line with the rest of the left side of the body. Here, once again, the entire body is in one plane and gaze towards the ceiling. Here, the practice I encourage you to do is, one is the settling in, but avoiding dumping the body weight onto your front knee. So just try, if you can, either hold onto the block, so part of the weight is shifted, or onto the thigh, but keeping it light, and that increases the challenge. Good. Inhale, come back up. And then let's do the same thing onto the other side. So just shifting the legs, left leg pointing straight, right foot pointing 45 degrees inward. And if you need to shift the block, if you need the block onto the other side, left knee is bent and front thigh is parallel to the mat or as much as possible. And we are going to bring the left forearm onto the thigh, and right arm is extended. Again, the front forearm is light onto the thigh. It is going to be challenging. Again, use the block if needed. The entire body is in one single plane. Parsha Konasana, side angle pose. Again, the right hand is continuing to reach, so lengthening the right side of the body. Good. Inhale, come back up. Very nice. And then bring the feet together. Release any tension into the leg region. Good. Now let's take a short relaxation. So feet almost 1 feet apart. Close your eyes. Shoulders will go from front all the way up, back and down. Palm is facing forward, allowing the body to settle in this relaxing pose. Again, if there is any anxiety, just slowly allow to settle. Sometimes just bringing a gentle smile also helps to settle in. Open your eyes. Very nice. Now, feet together. Inhale, arms will go all the way up. They are parallel to each other. Exhale, knees are bent. And then we are bringing hands to the heart center in prayer position, crossing the elbow. So right elbow is crossing the left knee and bringing the left elbow all the way up towards the ceiling, gaze all the way up towards the ceiling. So Utkat Asana, and we are twisting. Good. Staying there for one more breath in and one more breath out. Inhale, unwind. Once again, go all the way up. And exhale, hand to the heart center. Good. The same thing on to the other side. Inhale up, palms are parallel. Exhale down, chair pose. Hands will come into the heart center. Crossing the elbow, left elbow crossing the right knee. The right elbow all the way up towards the ceiling, gaze towards the ceiling. Staying there, making an effort to further twist. Good. Inhale, unwind, and then go all the way up. Exhale, hand to the heart center. Good. Very nice. Release. Release any tension into the leg. If you find any challenge in balancing, then you can use the wall for the next pose. And if you are comfortable, let's continue the practice. Both the feet together, hands will come onto the hip, crown of the head reaching all the way up towards the ceiling, elbows bringing them close to each other. So the shoulder is broad, chest is broad. Again, let's settle in. Good. Now, closing your eyes, bring the entire body weight towards the ball of the foot. The fluffy part just below the toes. And then come to center, take it all the way towards the heel. The body weight is towards the heel. Come back to center. And then swing to the right side very gently. So the body weight is towards the right side of the foot. And then to the left side. Come back to center. So now we have gone through all the edges of the foot, of both the feet. Okay. Open your eyes. The entire body weight we are shifting towards the left foot. Bending the right knee, bring it to the front, and then opening it up towards the right side. Right knee is opened up towards the right side, heel rested onto the shin and toe touching the mat. Here the practice is simply to lift the toe and bring it down. If you're finding it unbalanced, then bring it down. If you can balance and continue to lift the toe up, that is when you want to go further onto the shin bone, or use the hand to lift and bring the foot all the way up towards the thigh. Here, the right sole of the foot and the thigh is pressing each other, and that pressure is really hard. So make an effort. So once you start that hard pressure, notice that the body is lifting up towards the ceiling, and that's what we need. That hard pressure between the thigh and the soles of the foot, and then crown of the head is reaching all the way up towards the ceiling, and will come into the heart center in prayer position. Again, staying there, settling in. Feel free to use the wall if you need to. Absolutely no harm in doing so. And if your practice allows, you can take arms, open it up, all the way, gaze all the way up, or maybe towards the front and up. Vrikshasana, and this is an open tree pose. Good. Can I settle in this pose? One more breath. And again, for any reason, if you are out of this pose, just very gently, step by step, go back into the pose. Notice if you rush going back to the pose, It is going to be difficult because body might wobble. But if you follow the steps very gently, am I settled with only heel onto the shin and toes off to the mat? Very nice. Good. Inhale, and as you exhale, slowly come back. Hands will come to the heart center, and then we are releasing the right foot down. Release any tension. Good. And notice the left calf muscles or thigh feels much different than the right. Now let's balance. Hands will come to the hip, elbows back, chest is broad, feet together, settling in. The entire body weight is onto the right foot. Left knee is bent to the front and then open up into the left side. Again, finding that peace, inner peace. Taking the toe off the mat, and if the body is wobbling, bring it down. Off the mat, if you think that yes, you can stay off the mat, that is when move on. Sole of the left foot onto the right shin, or bring it all the way to the thigh. Here, the feet and the thigh, they are pressing each other really hard. Make that effort and notice the change. Notice that change. Good. And once that is done, hands will come into the heart center. Staying here. That pressure is still there. So thigh is still pressing the sole of the feet. And then if it allows, then extend the arms all the way up towards the ceiling. Gaze front and up. Maybe a gentle smile. Enjoying the pose. Open tree pose. Feeling good about it. However much you can do, just feeling good about that. Making a positive affirmation. At least I could do this. Or this much I could reach. Notice what we are practicing. Moving towards the positivity. And settling in. Good. Allowing the body to stay there for a few more breaths. Sthiram Sukham Asanam. In every pose, allowing the body to settle. Wobbling is perfectly fine. Coming out of the pose and getting slowly in is perfectly fine. Let anxiety not take over. Good. Reach, inhalation, exhalation, hands will come to the heart center. And then slowly bringing and releasing the leg down. And now notice the right calf muscle and the left calf muscles both are nicely stimulated. Good. Good, good, good. Okay, so now we can come down onto the mat. We'll release both the blocks. If you need to grab some water, please feel free to do so. We are going to lie down on the mat, on our back. So just lie down and let me adjust a little bit. Okay. Good. Feel. Close your eyes. Separate your legs. Left palm onto the heart, right palm onto the belly. Feel the stimulation in the entire leg region, shoulder region. Also, the spine is stimulated. It was twisted. Feeling good about it. Good about it. Good. Very nice. Now, both the eyes are open, legs together, palms, arms by the side of the body, palms facing down. The right leg will go all the way up, and left leg will meet the right leg. Here, if you need to hold behind the thigh, perfectly fine. We are working on the toes. So toes up and down, and then ankle. So we are working towards the Viparit Karni pose with some stimulation. Ankles up and down. And again, if you're not able to do both the legs, do it one leg at a time. That's fine. Just be happy with wherever, however much you could do. Good. Together, toes up and down. And notice there is stimulation, there is discussion inside the body. Body will start talking to you. Good. And then relax. Toes will remain there. Hands will go all the way up towards in the back, interlacing all the fingers, except the index finger, reaching towards the toe. And then we are going to lift the upper body. Inhale, and as you exhale, lift. Inhale down, exhale, lift. Inhale down, exhale, lift. Down, lift. Release. Release the arms, and then arms will come down, and slowly and gently, one leg at a time, bring the legs down. Notice so much is going on into the body. Allow the body to once again rest and settle. Good. Stimulation followed by relaxation. Relaxation followed by stimulation. Bending both the knees. Right ankle is rested in front of the left knee, and left shin is lifted up. Toes are flexed, holding behind the left knee. You're pulling the knee close to us, close to the chest, and with the elbow, you're pushing the right knee away from us. Good. So left knee, bring it close, the right knee away from us. And enjoy the beautiful stretch. Enjoy the stimulation. This is not a, hopefully not a shooting pain, but it is mainly a stimulation. Good. And then release. Now let's do the same thing on to the other side. Left ankle rested on in front of the right knee. Right shin is lifted. We are bringing the knee close and pushing the left knee away. Right knee coming close, left knee is pushed away. Good. Again, settling in, settle in. Making an effort to go to as much body allows, and also listening to the body. However much body can handle. If you do very less, then again, there won't be much stimulation. If you do too much, then there is a risk. And then release. Good. Unwind. Arms will be by the side of the body. Right leg will go all the way up. Left leg will meet the right leg. And then scissor cut. So just straight leg, front and back. If you need to hold behind the thigh, that's perfectly fine. Main thing is straight leg and front and back. Good. Few more times. And then very gently, right leg comes down and then left leg comes down. You can do audible exhale if you'd like. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth and make it a sound. And notice the instant relaxation that audible exhale brings you. Once again, inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Very nice. Both the knees are bent, and if you can hold the ankles to the palm, perfectly fine. If not, arms by the side of the body, palm facing down. Inhalation, lifting the pelvic region all the way up towards the ceiling. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale, lift it high. Exhale, down. Inhale, high. Exhale, down. This time we are going to lift it high and stay there. Lift it high and then bring your arms below the hip and interlace the fingers. We are going to roll the shoulders in. So lean towards the left shoulder and roll the right shoulder in. Lean onto the right shoulder and then bring the left shoulder in. Knuckles are pressing down. Pelvic region is lifted all the way up. Fingers are interlaced, staying there. You can come onto your toes if you'd like. So you are further up into the pose. Stay there. Good. Setu Bandhasan, bridge pose. Inhale, lifting the pelvic region up, and exhale, slowly and gently bring it down. Release the arms. Good. Soles of the feet are facing each other. Knees are spread wide. And palms rested onto the thigh. Just allowing the inner groins all to open up and allowing the body to settle. Good. Now bring the knees close to each other. Left leg is straight. Right knee, we are hugging the right knee in. First, it comes close to the chest, and then it goes to the right armpit. Bring it inward as close as possible. Good. And then the same thing on the other side. Right leg is straight, left knee is bent, left knee will first come to the chest, hugging that knee, and then taking it towards the left armpit. Good, 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 good. And then releasing. Now both the knees will be lifted, come close to the chest. Here they will remain on top of the chest and only the head move in. Inhalation, head down. Exhalation, head to the knee. Inhale, head down. Exhale, head to the knee. Inhale, down. Exhale, head to the knee. Inhale down, exhale head to the knee. Inhale down, exhale head will come to the knee. If you are able to hold behind the foot, you can do that. If not, over to the shin is perfectly fine. And then swing front and back. Very gentle massage to the back. And then side to side. Very gently. Good. And then very gently release the pose. Extending the legs. Allow the body to settle for a moment. So spreading your legs, spreading your arms, eyes come to closure. Just allow for a few moments to settle in. Notice our practice is to settle moment by moment by moment. Good. Now legs will come close to each other. Okay, open your eyes. Interlace your fingers. Bring them behind your head. Bending the left knee and crossing the right elbow. And then switching the legs. Now both the legs are in the air. We are not bringing them down onto the mat. So left elbow crossing the right knee. And then switch. Exhale, exhale. Continuously. And then down. Very nice. Spread the legs, spread the arms, closing the eyes. Once again, few moments of relaxation after stimulation. Let the stimulation take its effect. So once we allow the body to settle, that stimulation that we did, body consumes that and its effect starts. Open your eyes, roll over to the right side, come back to seated. So here, just observe. We did some of the crunches and few other asanas. So that actually we worked onto the core. And if you remember, at the beginning, we did the wrist movement to loosen the wrist joint. So the next pose, if you have any kind of cushion, you can bring it and keep it into the center. So if you notice, the wrist at 90 degree is very difficult, right? And we are bringing with a pressure on it, correct? So if you have that cushion, that angle is reduced. So instead of 90 degree, it becomes 135 degrees. So that pressure is reduced. So you can put only half of your palm onto the cushion, right? And again, the next couple of poses are completely optional. So if you simply want to observe, that's fine. If you want to practice that, you are encouraged to do that. So we are seated, correct? And then we are folding, fingers are pointing back, and with the cushion, the angle is higher than 90 degrees. And then we are bending the elbow. The abdomen is rested onto the elbow. And then extending the right leg and extending the left leg. So our entire body is in straight line. Here we are pressing onto the heel to keep the leg straight, and the crown of the head is reaching to the front. So we are in Hansasana, swan pose. It is challenging, but again, we are practicing getting settled. And then bring the knee down and then release. Again, if you're finding this any difficulty, or if you want to practice onto the mat, please feel free to do that as well. But again, notice that there is a lot of pressure. I do not want you to get injured. Okay. And if you are comfortable with Hansasana, and if you want to go to the next one, please join me. So here, we'll follow the same steps, and we are heading towards the Mayurasana. So fingers pointed in the back, elbows bent, extending the feet in the back, straight spine, and then we are balancing. So head will slowly come down and legs are lifted up. And then gently come down. It becomes pretty challenging to stay there for longer. But however much we can stay, that's what we need to be settled with. If you want, we can try one more time. Once again, settle in and then very gently go. Lifting the leg and the head. And then gently come down. So that was Mayurasana. Obviously, the perfect pose allows the body to be in straight line, and entire body weight is onto the forearm and a lot of pressure onto the wrist. Again, different asana poses gives different challenge, so that we practice how to be when we face different difficulties in our life. Can I stay in a certain state? So let's lie down. Separating your legs at least the mat width distance apart. You have a choice to extend the arm to 45 degrees or left palm onto the heart and right palm onto the belly. Very gently close your eyes. Let's take a few breaths of rest. The entire attention will come onto the belly, and we are simply observing. We are not manipulating. We are absolutely observing the movement of belly up and down. Allowing the body to settle in. And notice very gently the body is sinking into the mat. As we settle, the body is sinking in, as if there is nothing but water, which is slowly spreading onto the mat. Notice, observe that. Let's receive Shavasana. Giving your body full permission to do absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. Stay there in Shavasana. Continue to relax in Shavasana. Notice, are we settled in to Shavasana or is anxiety kicking in? Allow your body to settle. It's equally important to settle in the easy pose as in the hard poses. You're practicing when the life is going smooth, that also time we need to be happy. And then when life is throwing some challenges, that time can I stay happy? Slowly wiggle your toes, ankles, fingers, just bringing both the knees close to the chest and then roll over to the right side. Bring your arms close to the body, allowing head to rest into the forearm or the upper arm. Resting in the fetal position. Press the mat and then very gently come back to the seated position, facing forward. Rub the palm, generate the heat, and cover your eyes. Very gently open your eyes. Good. So we kept few minutes with us so that we can practice a little bit more. And today we are going to practice on some eye movement, stimulation for eye, stimulation as well as the relaxation. So taking your thumbs into the front, both the thumbs, taking them wide, and then notice whether you can observe them. So if they are going, and you can switch if you want for now, correct? As long as you are able to see them, take there. And then we are taking both the eyes towards the right thumb. Yes, we can see the right thumb. And then towards the left thumb, taking it. Then right thumb and left thumb. Right thumb, and you can take the thumbs a little bit back. And then left thumb. Right thumb and left thumb. Right thumb and left thumb. And again, we are not moving the neck. It's only the eyes. Right thumb, we are able to see it. Left thumb, are we able to see it? Both eyes. Good. And right. Now switch up and down. All the way up. Can I see the thumb? and then down thumb, and up and down, making that effort to go up and down, up and down, up, down, up and down. Good. Now diagonal. Right up and left down, and taking it as far back as possible. Right up. Good. Can you see the thumb? Left down. Right up. Feel free to adjust. Left down. You should be able to see the thumb. That's more important. And left down. Right up. Left down. Right up. Left down. Right up. Left down. And then switch. Good. Left up and back all the way, and right down. Left up, right down. Right, left up, right down, up, down, up, down, up, and down. Slowly come back to center. Release. Close your eyes. Eyes will come down, and then from right side it goes all the way up. We are making the rotation. From left side it comes down. Right, up, left, and down. We are not making square or diamond shape. It's a smooth circle, very smooth as much as possible. From right, very gently it goes up. From left it comes down. Right it goes up. Left it comes down. Right goes up. Left comes down. And feel the stimulation in the eyes. We are using them most of the time and mainly in front of the electronics. They need that stimulation and relaxation. Left and down, right up, left and down. Change the direction from left all the way up, right and down, left all the way up. Making as big of a circle as possible. Right and down, left, up, right and down, left, very gently up, right and down, left, up, right and down, left, up, right and down, release. Open your eyes. Good. Now, once again, thumbs in the center. This time we are going to observe that whether can I see both the thumbs together. So eyes might want to shift here and there on each thumb, but can I see both the thumbs simultaneously? So your eyes might be looking at the front, but notice, can I see both my thumbs? Can I see both my thumbs at the same time? Simultaneously, both the thumbs, can I see them? So we are looking sideways or outside, right? Outward. Both the thumbs. If somebody will look at it, they'll feel that, okay, you're looking to them, but actually you are looking to your thumbs. Can I see my thumbs further? Exhale, bring them slowly and continuously into the front. Let's do it one more time. Inhalation. Can I see both the thumbs? Yes, I can see it. Good. Can I continue to see them? Yes. Both the thumbs, I can still see both the thumbs. Good, good. And there would be a point that you will not be able to see. Then you've gone too far. Then you have to come back up. And then exhale. Good. I can still see both the thumbs. Let's do last round. Inhale. I can see the thumbs. Tip of the thumbs. Still see them. Very good practice for the eyes. Still see them. And now I cannot. And then bring them back. Good. Now interlace the fingers, one thumb behind the other. Good. Inhale, and as you exhale, slowly bring them close to the third eye, the point between the eyebrows. And we are a couple of inches or 1.5 inches away. And then inhale, take it back. Exhale, slowly bring it close. Inhale, taking them away. Exhale, bring it close. Inhale, taking it away. Exhale, close. Inhale, taking it all the way behind. Exhale, close. Inhale, extend, and then release. Good. With that, we are going to close our eyes. Allow the eyes to settle in. The stimulation that we did to the eyes, let it take us there. Good. And some of these practices you will be able to do at home. They're very simple, very, very effective. It does not require entire 1.5 hours. So if you have like 5 minutes, just do some eye exercises, some neck movement, maybe some shoulder movement. With that, we have few minutes. Let's do Brahmari Pranayam before we close the session. So for Brahmari, it is the sound of Nakara. Tongue is going to touch the upper palate and sound of and then feel the vibration into the head region. Fingers, so you can adopt Chin Mudra. Tip of the thumb is touching the tip of the index finger. Palm facing up towards the ceiling. Back of the palm rested onto the knee. Receive a deep full breath in, and we'll do it for 5 times. When you did it a couple of times, notice the difference when we don't close the ears versus if you want to enhance the vibration, close the ears with the thumb. I won't be able to do it, and close the eyes to the middle finger, and the index finger can rest onto the forehead. And just notice the difference between this mudra and Chin Mudra. You can keep your eyes closed and notice the body is completely stimulated and still feels settled. Mind is also calm with Brahmari, with those vibrations. Let's take this peace, this settled body and mind with us for next few days or for the entire week. We'll seal today's practice of yoga with one single sound of Om followed by a closing prayer. Receive a deep full breath in and make it as deep as possible. Take a very, very, very big inhalation. Feeling that vibrations of Omkara in your body. Hands will come into the heart center in prayer position. Together we'll chant. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah Sarve Santu Niramayah Sarve Bhadrani Paschyantu Ma Kaschid Dukkha Bhag Bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Once again, rub your palms, generate the heat, cover your eyes very gently. Okay. So thank you so much everyone for joining today's session with me. You all have a wonderful rest of the weekend and a very good week ahead. Thank you.
Thank you, Sushil.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Okay.
Sushil ji.
Thank you, Ji.
Sushil ji.
Thank you.